McDavid! Ah! If you missed part 1 and you want to watch it, go watch it. It's the first link in the description. But if you don't want to watch it and want a tiny recap to Raw Dog part 2, I got you. I became the starter. We made the playoffs, got smoked by McDavid. I signed my first multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract. And my ultimate goal is to become the greatest goaltender of all time. Last episode, you saw my supposed rise from little-known prospect to reliable starter. Today, you witness my rise from reliable starter to the best goalie in the NHL. I'm gonna do this by meeting 3 goals. Number 1, have the highest overall goalie in the league. Number 2, win a Vezina trophy. And number 3, win a Stanley Cup. Before I do any of that, I need to make the most important decision of my career so far. Actually sign the deal I was offered last episode. Do I stay with the Ducks and trust this rebuild, or jump ship to a current contender? I had to stay with the Ducks. They did a lot for me. They picked me up at pick 163. They let me play my rookie year when I was horrible. They named me starter in my second year. I owe a lot to the Anaheim Ducks, so I chose to accept the 4-year, $16 million deal they offered me. Sorry, Seattle, New Jersey, Dallas. Maybe another time, but for right now, it's time for the real rise of Buckleberry Kaleidoscope. Yo,
What?
Rick, I need a favor from you, Doug.
What?
Can you, for my next video, can you, ask them to subscribe?
As long as you don't alter my voice. Hey, subscribe to the big nose.
Oh, cut it. What the fuck?
Cut it, bro. What the hell was that? If you're a fan and want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you're not a fan, don't.
Not only was I ready to win a championship right now, win championships right now, but so were the Ducks. So was management. They were busy making some nice moves, picking up a 38-year-old Roman Josi, who was still pretty elite. Not only could he make an impact on the score sheet, but he also would serve as a key mentor to this squad. And while he might not be the best defensive defenseman, his offensive output was on display as one of the Ducks' best free agency pickups so far. He got injured. Roman Josi played 8 games and then got smoked, but we did make the playoffs, and this team is the best it's ever been. I'm playing some of the best hockey I've ever played, and in round 1, we don't have to play Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. Instead, we get matched up against the Oilers, bitch, the LA Kings. And in game 1, down by 1 goal, the unthinkable happened. It's hard to even call this the unthinkable when I've been scored on by my own team twice already. But in the playoffs, down by 1 point, it's a gut punch. We lost this game. I was named 3rd star in a loss, and it just left a bitter taste in my mouth. The next game, I dragged my team to overtime, only to lose 1 minute in and earn myself another 3rd star in another loss. We lost this series in 6 games, and while I tried my ass off, it wasn't enough. I started to question management and the roster they put together. The core of McTavish, Zegras, Carlson, and Cutter was starting to remind me of another offensive core, made up of 4 players. A core 4, you could say. It was a disappointing end to the first year of my new contract, and at this point, I kind of felt like we should be one of the best teams in the league, but when we weren't losing in the first round of the playoffs, it's because we were missing them entirely. And there was nothing I could do about it except bide my time, play to the best of my abilities, wish for good trades, acquisitions, and natural progression. And while I waited, my overall went up. I got new abilities. I bought some art, a personal chef, a financial officer, put up a strong case for the Vezina. I didn't get it though. And finally, the Ducks were ready to go on a real run. In the 2030 season, the Anaheim Ducks are ready to win a championship. We are the best we've ever been in the Buckleberry Kaleidoscope era, the 6th best team in the league. So, of course, our matchup is the 5th best team in the league. Last episode, I was humiliated by the Oilers and Connor McDavid. This episode, today, I get my revenge. It doesn't matter that McDavid is currently tied for 6th in all-time most points. It doesn't matter he has 1,050 assists and 721 goals. Who cares how many trophies Connor McDavid has? 3 Rocket Richards, 8 Ted Lindsays, 9 Art Rosses, 7 Hearts. So what? He's on his way to becoming the greatest hockey player of all time. That doesn't change anything. That doesn't change what I have to do. And I was given a perfect situation in game 1. Going into the 3rd period, up 4-1. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins honestly was having himself a game. He put 2 in, but McDavid...
This motherfucker is locked.
I had McDavid on lock. This game was a brutal physical contest, but in the end, we came out on top 6-3. Game 2 was a defensive and goaltending masterclass. No goals for either team heading into overtime. The only goal scored in this game was going to be the game winner. No! Losing sucks. It sucks a lot, but sometimes losing gives you an opportunity, a chance to redeem yourself, to prove to the world what you're capable of. And game 3 was another tie. It went back and forth until overtime, and then until double overtime, and there was no way I was gonna let my team down. They weren't gonna let me down either. Oh my McTavish! Holy, finally! McTavish sniped the game winner, and this team is alive. I was confident, fighting every step of the way. So confident, I let the simulation take the wheel for the next 2 games, and we lost both. 1 more loss away from utter defeat, 2 wins away from victory. Game 6 was another perfect start. We're up by 2 at the start of the 3rd. What am I doing? It was on me. I fell apart. I put together a few saves, but it didn't matter. We lost to the Edmonton Oilers and Connor McDavid again. In response, I did the only thing I could. I dialed in, I doubled down, I bet on myself. Now a 96 overall, the highest rated goalie in the league. I put up Vezina-worthy stats next season. And I did win the Vezina, winning my first trophy at 24 years old in my 8th season. Yes, do the math. I did start my career when I was 16 years old. The Ducks had by far the best lineup we've ever had. I was putting up career numbers, but we missed the playoffs, and the last year of my contract was up, leaving me very conflicted. I owe the Ducks a lot. They picked me with the 163rd pick, gave me the ice time to develop. They believed in me. They put their trust in me, and I let them down. But they let me down too. I played 8 seasons with the Anaheim Ducks, and this fall, I'm taking my talents to Dallas. For 6 years, $54 million. It was the end of an era for Buckleberry Kaleidoscope. New threads, new look, new management, new team, led by Elias Pettersson and Jason Robertson. On paper, this team looks comparable to my old Ducks squad, but the big difference is in star power. Pettersson is a 93. On defense, we have a 94 overall Heiskanen, and in net, a 97 overall Buckleberry Kaleidoscope with Jake Ottinger. Why did Dallas offer me a contract when they already had Ottinger? They already have a good goal. I don't know, but I also got an offer from the Panthers, and you'll see later that they definitely didn't need another goalie. Speaking of the Panthers, in my first season as Dallas, I did post a 23-save, 4-0 victory shutout on the Florida Panthers, but don't let that performance trick you. This season was not great. There were a few issues. After stringing together multiple impressive seasons as one of the best goalies in the league, Buckleberry Kaleidoscope took a step back. The chemistry wasn't there, the stats took a hit, and we barely sneak into the playoffs as the 17th best team in the league, which of course brought us face to face with who else but the Edmonton Oilers and Connor McDavid. But this time, it wasn't even Connor McDavid's team that I was playing. Not only did the Oilers somehow pick up Jack Hughes, but even at 36 years old, McDavid is still a 93 overall, has 71 points in 58 games. And since the last time we saw him 2 seasons ago, he's picked up another Ted Lindsay, another Art Ross, another Hart. His 8th Hart trophy, by the way, 1 away from Wayne Gretzky's record-breaking 9. But there's only one obstacle in my way from becoming the greatest goalie currently in the NHL, and that's a Stanley Cup. And to win one, I'm gonna have to exercise my greatest demon in Connor McDavid. But in game 1, the lights were too bright. The moment was too big. I got cooked. Connor McDavid, Jack Hughes, Leon Draisaitl, 5 goals on 22 shots. That's not pretty. The stats were hard to look at. Mentally, I was checked out, ready to sim this series away. We'd win and lose. Game 4, we were up 3-0 in the sim. So I decided to step back up to the plate, this time with a big lead, some little kitty floaters on, and McDavid, he just fucked me. I quit out, let the simulation go the rest of the way, and somehow we were tied. 3-3 in this series. Game 7, 1 loss is utter defeat. 1 win is complete victory. A long look in the mirror had me realizing I need to step up. I need to own the moment. Come on. What am I supposed to do? Johnston passes the puck to McDavid, who is now on an island on the dot. My would-be defenders are off making out in Narnia, so McDavid and Hughes do this. That was so unnecessary. Did he have to dive? We won. We beat the Oilers, then the Knights, then the Jets, then the Panthers. We won the Stanley Cup. I crowned myself as the best goalie in the NHL. But the world knew I was a fraud. And so did I. I wasn't a killer in net, leading my team to the cup. I jumped ship from my old team and had my limp body dragged across the finish line. I had a new name around the league. Buckleberry Fraudoscope. That's what they call me now. I thought back to the Panthers, the team we beat in the finals, the team who offered me a contract even though they already had 2 very solid goalies. Just like Dallas, who already had Jake Ottinger. 8 seasons with the Ducks ended in failure. 1 season with Dallas ended in success with a huge asterisk. I needed to start over. I'm not a real legend, but I will be. I haven't recorded any of part 3 yet, so I can't drop any clever hints or hooks, but what I can say is that parts 1 and 2 were the first 9 years of Buckleberry Kaleidoscope. I plan to play for at least 20, and this series will be 3 episodes long. So, next episode, stick around. You will see at least 11 seasons. Up until this point, Buckleberry Kaleidoscope has not been a legend. He has not been the guy. There are no MVPs. There are no Conn Smythes. 1 Vezina where he didn't make the playoffs. 1 Stanley Cup with fraudulent performances. The narratives are crazy, but that will all change. The longest, most girthy part 3 will come out sometime soon, maybe a week, maybe probably 2 weeks at least. And this will be the one and only Be a Pro career I do for NHL 25. NHL 26, I do have big plans for. And if you want to see those plans, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day, and goodbye.